Hey guys, Seth here and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, where today I have a battle that was fought by the Dutch, but unfortunately the Dutch are not actually in the game. It is the Battle of the Java Sea, and it's going to be played by the British versus the Germans. Sorry, not versus the Germans, versus the Japanese. It's going to be far less advanced tech for the Dutch, and it's going to be almost, well, we spawned almost on top of each other, which was really weird. Now, here we go. Alright, scenario by Parle Koning. Battle is called Slag om de Java Zee, aka Battle of the Java Sea. On the 27th of February 1942, the Dutch Navy sets out to stop troop transports landing on Java and fail, losing the HNLMS Java and the Ruyter. You are now commander of the Karel Doorman, set out to do the same. Since the Dutch are not in the game, the British will come near. I'm going to be playing as the UK, as a stand-in for the Dutch. I'll have 2 heavies, 3 lights and 9 DDs, against a Japanese fleet from 1935 of 2 heavy cruisers, 2 light cruisers, 14 destroyers, yikes, and 10 transports. The starting range, since I'm intercepting, it is my own choice. Well, in that case, we're going to go full torpedo beats, and we're going to start at 6,000 meters. You will win if you sink all transports and all other ships are an extra. You lose if both the Java and the Ruyter, so the heavies, meaning you have to disengage. Oh shit, so I have to maintain a bit of range, otherwise my heavy cruiser is going to get killed off very quickly. Right, so this is the battle for the Java Sea. Design a heavy cruiser. That's what the quest says. Design a heavy cruiser. And the ship is called Fishy after somebody on the stream requested that. Heavy cruiser hull 1. I don't seem to have any limitations on the scenario about what displacement I can get or what size of a ship I can build. Let's see. No, at that point it was, yeah, it was HRMS Java. HNLMS Java, 1921. Okay, what do I have here? This is a ship that's armed with 10 150mm guns. 10? What sort of a lineup did she have? Shit, is he a light cruiser? Hold on. That's not the cruiser I'm looking for. That's the Ruyter from 1935. 804, 1936. 1936, I think. Yeah. Specs. Weapon systems. Okay, so she had... She was not a heavy cruiser, she was a light cruiser. She only had a displacement of 7,822 tons. And she had 3 dual 15-inch gun or 15-centimeter guns. So that's 6-inch? Right. In that case, I can barely make this historical. Because it's simply not going to work against Japanese heavy cruisers. Let's set range to very long. I'm probably going to need a fairly sizable cruiser, especially since I'm taking on ships which are more numerous than I am, which have more torpedoes than I do, and which are overall probably better able at hitting me than I am at hitting them. Main tower. How long is this ship going to be? I think this might be a bit too much. Let's make it a fairly small 11,000 ton ship. And see how much I can limit the amount of turning radius that I need. Why does that secondary tower have to stretch across half the ship? That doesn't save me any kind of weight. Or, well, a bit. Okay. Centerline guns. What I'm fighting is a lot of destroyers. But she wouldn't have known that at the time. Funnels. What? That doesn't fit? Oh, there we go. And I guess I do in a fairly uniform amount of funnels. There. Ship's overweight. Already? Wow. That was fast. I only have 96%, or I already have 96% of the ship used. Shit. And these are only Mark III guns as well. Let's use those against the destroyers. And something similar here. And then just a load of 4-inch. This is not a historical armament, but I need those destroyers killed off as quickly as possible. And the same can be said for the transports. That's a priority. Unfortunately, with 99% displacement, I cannot do anything about the armor. I think this is going to be a really tough fight. Especially against 14 destroyers. Now the objective here is to sink all the transports. So ideally I would... You spawned next to a transport? Alright. I know I said 10,000 meter starting range, but it's like we're in the middle of the fleet. Look at this guy. Hello. Don't mind if we're just gonna ram this DD from the start of the battle. I spawned 200 meters away? Well, that's something new. Something new and exciting and different every day. This is not what I had in mind. Alright, listen up. We're going to target these ships individually. I need to sink transports. That's the primary objective. So we're going to torp these transports. I want you to try and torpedo that one. The Jed's going to try and torpedo this ship over here, which is in fact a destroyer. We've got the Mons. 1, 2, 3. You're going to try and hit that one. This is nuts. We're in the middle of a Japanese formation. And this is the DD that's heading away from me. Alright, let's start by setting up smoke screens on everybody. And there's 2 more DDs over there. These guys are all heading away. Torpedo launch denied. Light cruisers Arethusa, Andromache, and Edinburgh. You're following heavy cruisers Fishy and Duke of Edinburgh. Your target, should you choose to accept it, is this, what I think is either a light or a heavy cruiser. I'm not quite sure what that is. Arethusa has already launched her torpedo. Ooh, you got a lot of them. Try and lance torpedoes there. I might have to pause this quite a few times just to see what's going on. This is definitely going to be a very close call. Very, very close call. But then again, the ship is called Alarm, supposedly for a reason. Do we have torpedo launches here yet? Yeah. Vengeful has sent her bouquet to meet this transport. That should be 1 transport less. The Jed has not yet launched her torpedoes. but should very soon. Alarm's going down. The heavy cruiser's taken a beating and a half. But I cannot tell you from what. Light cruiser. But the light cruiser hit her 4 times with torpedoes. That's one transport dead. What a mess. What the hell? Spawning in the middle of a formation. It does make for a very interesting battle, at the very least. Light cruisers. We're going to turn around. We're going to head over there. There's a torpedo in the water going out against the Arethusa. Arethusa's so close, I'm going to keep her here. This is going to get annoying. Potentially very painful. Heavy cruisers. I'm not even sure what to target anymore. We got a big swarm of torpedoes going out from the alarm. I think against this transport and whatever else happens to be behind it. And there is no shortage of chance targets here. Oh. Oh shit. So I did land a torpedo against this ship. 1. These guys are not messing around. It's a 21-inch torpedo. Potent. Especially against light cruisers. Mogami is still floating, but only just. The alarm's not ready. Alright, Hashidate is desperately trying to turn. Unsuccessfully. And I think that we're going to inflict more casualties with all of those torpedoes. Especially against the Makuma. That'd be great. If the Makuma could just keep sailing in that way, I could easily wipe out a heavy cruiser. I want you guys to take out the Mogami. We're going to have a heavily wounded transport there. Hold off on the torpedoes. Brisk, Vengeful, and Jed and Alarm. Oh, and Manly. The Alarm is part of the Jed, Mon, Sterling group. I still have torpedoes from this ship. Oh, I need to do a cross-torp here. Make it an aggressive launch. Just get those torpedoes out there. Because there is just so much to hit here. You know what? Target that one. Tenacious, your torpedoes. Target... range? 9-3. Yep, heavy cruiser Makuma got hit. Target the Kawachi. Grenville, turn out a bit. The Alarm somehow survived everything so far. That's really impressive. Sterling still has her torpedoes available as well. I need to also start dunking torpedoes from the Sterling into this group so that they have nowhere to run. We still have torpedoes running here. It looks like the DDs are all starting to scatter. Makuma is still flooding. Standard bulkhead should be able to contain that at some point, though. I don't think she'll die to that. Tenacious launched her torpedoes. Oh, we got another one of those weird launches again. Somebody firing the torpedoes in the front pattern. Light cruiser Edinburgh. Torpedoes denied. I don't quite know what they're going to do. Sterling launched her torpedoes against the transport. Against Hashidate, but she might accidentally also hit the Mogami. Mons is ready. Mons, torpedo target here, Kawachi. We got a ram going on here. It's very busy with all of these torpedoes and all of these different ships. Looks like they're all scattered. So those torpedoes over here are not going to work. There's more along the way. Here. Looks like the Mogami might If she cannot get her stern out of the way, eat a torpedo. Yep. And that's a flooding. I'm not sure what's taking the Duke so long to kill a transport. Akashi sinks. That's this one. Harare. I did set it to 8,000 meter, right? Why am I getting such a weird spawn? Sterling. How are you not dead? You're not alive, anyway. That's 6 torpedoes. Probably from the Sterling. Yeah. The Mons also send out her torpedoes, so there's yet more. Long range remote hit against something in the smokescreen, assumedly a destroyer. Now I win if I sink the the transports. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that might be all of them. That there's just 5 destroyers left. There goes the Aurora, that's another transport. We need to sink the Mogami before she does too much damage. Jed still has her torpedoes ready. What are you guys doing? Maintain course to here, but slow down. Otherwise, I might run into my own. What are you trying to hit? A destroyer? No. Hit the transport instead. Everything's getting hit by small arms fire now. Well, smaller hits. 3-inch guns. Ram the last ship with the fishy. I'm not sure which ship is going to be the last ship at this point. There's a lot of ships around. Detonation. Good damage now being inflicted by the light cruisers. At least the destroyers are being kept on their toes by all of those torpedoes, which are constantly getting dumped into the formation. I'm not going to say launched anymore, because there's just too many of them. We're dumping torpedoes. The Edinburgh sinks. Oh, I'm not the only one dumping torpedoes. Yeah, with all of those DDs over there, I should have expected torps. Let's just put you on AI control. Grenville and Tenacious are still ready. Jesus, she's already dead. Stop kicking her. Boom, there goes another one. I do think that that still just looks great. Oh, there's another one. Not that I was going to use those, but, you know. Mogami is still here. Murasame might be going down quick. I want you guys to hold for the moment. There's still a transport there, but flooding. Yeah, you got hit by the torpedo. We still got the Kawachi over there. I think the only good way to kill the Kawachi is by either using longer range guns from the heavy cruisers or by using the torpedoes. Please, Jed, don't ram a transport. I have seen what happens when transports ram other ships, and it's not pretty. For you. There goes Mogami, finally. Flash fires. Destroyer groups target the Suma. Just need to raid these transports. Shit, there goes the Jed due to heavy flooding? Oh, a light cruiser hit you and cut you in half. Alright. Finally. That's that transport dead. Suma sinks. She got hit by a torpedo from a heavy cruiser. Mikuma, would you know anything about that? Is that your handiwork? Well, the Manly's ready to launch, but the Sterling's in the way. How am I going to make this work? Slow down. Smoke up. Just wipe out this transport quickly. There, wiping out a transport for a heavy cruiser is just too easy. This one has no chance. Her accuracy is fantastic at 67%. In case you also have the game and you also want to make screenshots, it's Control-Shift-Z. Control-Shift-Alt-Z, sorry. Control-Shift-Alt-Z in case you want to turn off the HUD. And then F11 in order to make the screenshot. That's how I'm constantly taking screenshots of the battles. How much Hydra do you have? Sonar 3? Jesus, you're going to spot the torpedoes before they left the tube. Sending a torpedo out against this light cruiser is damn near impossible. Now, I just need to sink 2 more transports and I win the scenario. Shit, the Vengeful? Where? Vengeful? Where are you? Oh, you're here. Longer running torp from a heavy cruiser. Well, the torpedo salvos are out, but all we're doing is just pushing these ships out. Beyond that, we're not actually doing any damage against the destroyers, it seems. No, they're all perfectly healthy. The good thing is, though, that I'm keeping them on their toes. And I'm making sure that they don't actually launch. Oh, you can? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's neat. Oh, thank you. I didn't know that. You can click on, or sorry, you can double click on an event and you can see which ship is doing what and what happens to that particular unit. That's really neat. I didn't know that. Fishy in Edinburgh. I have a new target for you, and that's the light cruiser, which is right in front of you. There goes the Kawachi, leaving just 1 transport alive. Where's that light cruiser? We should have hit this guy. Under AI control. But you do need to hit the Haruna. The love tap between the Fishy and the alarm. Sterling's ready. Good. Sterling, heavy torpedo. Oh, sorry. Torpedoes against the heavy cruiser port side. Fire when ready. Oh, we did hit a destroyer. Hopefully that's going to flood out. Shit. Edinburgh hot to port. Could you stop bashing other ships, Fishy? Especially the alarm. I'm not sure what sort of inter-navy marital relationships going on here, but no. Kawachi's dead. Starboard. We need to kill the Mikuma before she tries something like that again. It's a bigger threat than that light cruiser with 7-inch guns. The Sterling did send out her torpedoes against the Mikuma, and the Mikuma is turning to port to avoid. Let's see if she's going to be able to do that. Looks like she might, but not all of them. Not the bow, or not the front tubes there. Come on, I just need a few more. 2 to 3 would do it. 3 torpedoes. Intense flooding. But unfortunately on the section that was already flooded. That sucks. Peppering away against the Mikuma with everything I got. Sterling is heavily going down. Yeah, she's not going to survive that. I think that she's the prime target. She is the prime target of the Mikuma. Edinburgh, hatch starboard. Shit, incoming torpedoes. It's all of those dreadnoughts. Oh, sorry, all of those dreadnoughts. All of those destroyers. Mons? Oh, no, 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 no. Mons is launching against the Mikuma. But thereby making it difficult for the Edinburgh to maneuver. There's Sterling's demise. Secondaries from the Edinburgh against Shiokaze. A couple of torpedoes coming in from here. DDs, I need you to head this way. Increase speed to flank. This heavy cruiser just refuses to sink. And instead is perfectly happy trying to torpedo me. Oh, I'm gonna have a big problem now. I sailed way too close to these. Please tell me I can land 1 or 2 hits. Bow hits might flutter out. But I'm not so sure if I can just dodge these torps, because I'll also have to dodge the torpedoes from here and my own torpedoes from the Mons. And these I will not be able to avoid. Not all of them. I'm gonna eat 3. 4. And that's pretty much the end of the scenario. Oh, just as the last transport dies as well. Oh no. So in a way, I had it. See, we're even landing torpedoes against something in smoke here. But I was not allowed to lose any heavy cruiser, I think. You win if you sink all transports and all the ships. Oh, hold on. You lose if both Java and the Ruyter, meaning you have to disengage. So I didn't actually lose. Or at least not yet. And I already won the scenario. So I'm gonna call it here. Because I won the scenario and I don't want to be mopping up destroyers for the rest of my days. So very, very close encounter here. We started out with some ships at 200 meter range, which is closer than anything I've seen. But it made for some really interesting scenarios. Hope you enjoyed that. I sure as hell did.